Hi everyone. Today so far we have discussed about the reflection. In reflection we have discussed about the plane mirror and spherical mirrors and how to find the coordinates of image when there are multiple reflections. If you have any doubt regarding reflection, you can put in the comment box. So now we'll go for the next concept, that is refraction. You already know what exactly refraction is. When the light travels from one medium to another medium, when light travels from one medium to another medium, it will change its direction, so or it will bend. So bending of light when light travels from one medium to another medium. But if and only if density of first medium should not be equals to density of second medium, that is density of one should not be equals to density of two. Because of change in the density, when light travels from in another medium whose density is different than the first medium, its velocity decreases. Okay, so to give the relation of density with the velocity, we use another tool to represent the density here, that is called as refractive index. Refractive index. In place of density, we are using the refractive index. If refractive index is more means density is more, refractive index is less means density is less. We can compare like that. Then what exactly this tool refractive index? When light travel in vacuum, velocity we can give it by 1 divided by root of epsilon naught mu naught. C equals to 1 divided by root of permittivity and permeability of the free space. Okay. So instead of a vacuum, if it is in the medium, so we will take velocity as 1 divided by root of epsilon naught mu naught epsilon r mu r. Okay. So now velocity equals to this 1 divided by root of epsilon naught mu naught. Can I write it as c divided by root of epsilon r mu r. So this root of epsilon r mu r only, call it as refractive index. I will denote it by n, or you can denote it by mu also. So V equals to C divided by N. N is what? When light travels from one medium to another medium, its density will decrease. So by what value it will decrease? That value is called as what? Refractive index. Refractive index is that value by which velocity of light decreases when it travels from vacuum to the medium. So you can write N equals to C divided by P. That is velocity of light in vacuum to velocity of light in medium. Okay, simply we can write it as C divided by P. So if suppose light velocity of light in free space is 3 into 10 to power 8 meter per second, when it comes in the medium, so V equals to, it will become 2 into 10 to power 8 meter per second. So refractive index equals to what? 3 into 10 to power 8 divided by 2 into 10 to power 8. So N equals to 3 by 2, that is 1.5. What is this 1.5? 1.5 is nothing but that value by which velocity decreased when it comes from free space or vacuum to the medium. So this we can also represent in terms of wavelength also. We know that N equals to C by lambda. So when in a water, if there is if the water color is say some yellow, if there is a red bulb inside the water, so if a person watch it from outside, what will be the color of bulb? Color of bulb is red only. It will not change. Why it will not change? When light travels from one medium to another medium, frequency will not change. Frequency will not change means color is property of frequency. So when light travels from one medium to another medium, V will change. V1 will become V2, lambda will change, lambda 1 will become lambda 2, but frequency will not change. So what you can write N as, so in free space I will take it as C as the velocity, F is the frequency, and lambda naught is the wavelength in free space or in vacuum. Okay. In the medium I will take it as velocity as V, frequency as F, lambda as the wavelength in the medium. So can I write this refractive index as refractive index equals to f lambda naught divided by f lambda. So f will get cancelled. So n equals to lambda naught divided by lambda. So in the medium, n is inversely proportional to what? Inversely proportional to lambda, that is wavelength. Suppose blue light is having refractive index n. What will be the refractive index of red? Refractive index of red is equals to n, less than n or greater than n. Okay. So how we can answer? We know that with geo. Okay. So suppose if you go from here to here, wavelength will increase. Means around 4,800 angstrom to some 7,500 angstrom. Okay. So blue they are giving. Blue is having lesser wavelength. So refractive index is what? N. Now if you come to red light, red is having what? More wavelength. If lambda increases, what will happen to refractive index? Refractive index will decreases. Obviously, refractive index of red light is what? Is less than refractive index of blue. It is less than refractive index of blue. So our answer should be what? Our answer should be less than n. Okay. So this is how we can relate the wavelength with the refractive index. So there are two types in the refractive indices. That is, one is called as absolute refractive index and another is called as relative refractive index. Okay. So absolute refractive index and relative refractive index. So in absolute refractive index, what will happen? Light is coming from vacuum to some other medium or from free phase to another medium. This is what? Medium. Okay. So light comes from the vacuum to another medium. Here velocity is c. When it comes to another medium, it will become velocity v. Okay. So what you can write? You can write it as refractive index of second medium is c divided by v. Okay. But in case of relative refractive index, light is coming from not from the vacuum. It is coming from some other medium. Say medium 1. This you can take it as medium 2. So light is coming from medium 1 to medium 2. In medium 1 take velocity as v1, in medium 2 take velocity as v2. Okay. Now how we can write here is refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. You can write it n21, or you can also write the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. So this is what? Here c is what? Velocity in the first medium. So velocity in first medium is what? v1 divided by. So velocity in second medium is what? v2. So refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is v1 by v2. If you want to write in terms of wavelength, so this is what n equals to c by lambda naught, that is lambda naught divided by lambda in the medium. So here, so f lambda 1 divided by f lambda 2. So n21 you can also write it as lambda 1 by lambda 2. Okay. So this is what refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. You can also write as refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium as v2 by v1 or lambda 2 by lambda 1. This is refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. This is refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. Okay. So this is what relative refractive index. Now what will be the relation between relative refractive index and absolute refractive index? So if I write absolute refractive index of this medium, I have to take this medium 1 in the vacuum. So what I can write? Refractive index of first medium is c by v1. Similarly, if I take second medium in the vacuum, refractive index of second medium is c by v2. Okay. So now relative refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium, I will take join together. So this will become what? v1 divided by v2. So what we can write? n21 is equals to V1 can you write it as C by N1? C by N1. So V2 you can write as C by N2. So C will get cancelled. So N21 is equals to N2 divided by N1. So this is what relation between absolute refractive index and relative refractive index. So moreover we have to remember this one. N21 equals to V1 by V2. N21 equals to V1 by V2 or lambda 1 by lambda 2. See here, if how they can ask if light is coming from water medium to say glass medium, okay. So suppose here light is having velocity say 2 into 10 to power 8 and its wavelength say 4000 angstrom, okay. Now relative refractive index of glass with respect to water is say 9 by 8. So how we can, what they will ask? They will ask velocity of light in glass and they will ask lambda in glass. So what we do, we know that refractive index of glass with respect to water is V1 divided by V2, that is velocity in water divided by velocity in glass. So this is 9 by 8. So velocity in water is what? It is 2 into 10 to power 8 divided by, we want velocity in glass. So velocity in glass is I think what 8 by 9 into 2 into 10 to power 8 meter per second. Similarly, so if you want a lambda wavelength, so NGW equals to lambda in water divided by lambda in glass. So lambda in water, so glass with respect to water is what refractive index is 9 by 8. So lambda W, so that is lambda in water is 4000 angstrom divided by lambda in glass. So lambda in glass equals to what? 8 by 9 into 4000 angstrom. A simple example I am taking simply. So most of time in our calculation we will use the glass. Glass refractive index is 1.5. Try to write it as 3 by 2 only most of time. So refractive index of water we take all the time, that is 1.3. So we can write it as 4 by 3. Okay. So for vacuum flow you know already. So for vacuum flow it is 1, and we have to remember refractive index is always greater than 1. So refractive index is always greater than 1. Okay. So we will see some problems on refractive indices only. Suppose you are having a medium whose refractive index is say mu. Okay, a ray of light comes from a vacuum. This is what the vacuum. So if thickness of this is T, what they are asking? They are asking number of waves pass through this medium. How we can find the number of waves? So we know that we can take one wavelength as one wave. So if there are so many number of waves, how we can get these waves? So we can get these waves or wavelengths like how we can get the number of wavelengths. Our number of waves is equals to, so what you can write, distance traveled divided by wavelength of that wave. So number of wavelengths is equals to, we can take a number of wavelengths only, that is thickness of glass plate. So thickness of glass or whatever divided by wavelength, that is lambda. So wavelength. Okay. So now, so number of waves n equals to, what you can write, thickness is what? T divided by wavelength, here is lambda, but lambda is not given. But for vacuum we know that it is lambda naught. Means answer should be in terms of lambda naught. So can we replace this lambda by lambda naught? We know that refractive index mu is equals to, you can write n also. So what you can write, lambda naught divided by lambda. So lambda equals to lambda naught divided by mu. Substitute here. N equals to T divided by, so lambda naught by mu. So number of waves is equals to mu T divided by lambda naught. Okay. Similarly, if there are number of mediums, suppose you are having one medium here, say A, and other medium is connected here, that is B, and this is what C. Okay. So refractive index of A is, you can take it as 1.5. Refractive index of B, you can take it as say 1.4. And they are asking what is the refractive index of B. They are asking what is the refractive index of B. This you can take it as x, and this is 2x. Okay, means it is 2 times the B. C is 2 times the B. What they are asking is, they are asking refractive index of B. Okay, so how we can write? We can use the concept of number of waves. Can I write number of waves in medium A is equals to number of waves in medium B plus number of waves in medium C. Okay, so what is number of waves in medium A? So length we can take it as x plus 2x, 3x. So, or you can take the thickness of A divided by wavelength in A equals to thickness of B divided by wavelength in B plus thickness of C divided by wavelength in C. Thickness of A is what? This is x, this is 2x. So it will become 3x divided by lambda A is equals to thickness of B, that is x divided by lambda B plus 2x divided by lambda C. Now we have to replace lambda A, lambda B, lambda C by their refractive indices. So refractive index of A, can I write it as lambda naught divided by lambda A? So lambda A is what? Lambda A is lambda naught divided by refractive index of A, that is lambda naught divided by, what is refractive index of A? 1.5. Similarly, refractive index of B is what? Lambda naught divided by lambda B. So refractive index of B is not given, we have to find, I will take it as n. So lambda B equals to lambda naught divided by n. Similarly, n of C, refractive index of C is equals to lambda naught divided by lambda C. So what you can write? You can write this as lambda C equals to lambda naught divided by 1.4 value. Okay, we will substitute in this equation. So what it will happen? 3x divided by lambda A is what? Lambda naught divided by 1.5. Lambda naught divided by 1.5 is equals to, it will become multiplication. So x divided by lambda naught by n, lambda naught by n plus 2x divided by lambda naught by 1.4, lambda naught by 1.4. So we can get n here, that is x will get cancelled, lambda naught will get cancelled. So this is what 4.5 equals to, this is just n plus, what will we get here? This is what 2.8. So n equals to 4.5 minus 2.8. So n equals to what you will get? You will get it as 3, 4, that is 1.7. Okay. So this is how we can take use of number of waves. Okay. There is one more concept called as optical path length. Optical path you can take it as. So what exactly optical path is? Suppose there is a medium. Say its thickness is say x, or we can take it as t. Okay. If a ray of light travel, so thickness t, if light travel thickness t, it will take say time as t. I will take this as x, thickness I will take as x, or distance x. So it will take the time t. Then what is this x is what distance traveled by the light in the medium. So optical path of x, optical path of x is what? Optical path of x is distance traveled by light in vacuum in time t. Means if light takes a time t to travel x distance in the medium, its optical length is distance traveled in the vacuum in the same time t. So this is what we call it as optical path. If its refractive index is mu, how we can get the optical path length? So optical path, if you want to get, so what is that? That is optical path of x is so distance traveled by the light in the vacuum. So how we can find it? So distance traveled we have to find it. Distance traveled we have to find is nothing but what? It is nothing but velocity into time. Okay. So this time is same as what it taken in the medium. So for this, what we can write time? Time we can write it as, so here velocity is distance divided by time. Distance is x divided by time. So time equals to what? X by v. So substitute optical path length v equals to c into x by v. If its refractive index is n, instead of mu I will take it as n. So n equals to what you can write? C by v. So what you can write for v? Can you write v equals to c by n? So optical path length v equals to c into x divided by c by n. C will get cancelled. So d equals to what? N into x. So optical path of x is n into x. Okay. So if there are two medium, its refractive index is n1, its refractive index is n2, and this is having thickness x1 and this is having thickness x2. If their optical path length is same, then can we write n1 x1 equals to n2 x2? With the help of this we can solve the problem, solve many problems where they can ask to find the thickness of second or thickness of first or refractive second or refractive index of first. There is something called as, what is the optical path difference? Optical path difference. Optical path difference is what? Optical path length of x minus x. Because optical path length is always greater than x, because x is the path length, optical path length is n into x. N is always greater than 1, we know that. That means nx is always greater than x. So if you want the difference, you can take optical path first, then you can subtract the actual path. So optical path length is n into x minus x. So optical path difference is n minus 1 into x. Okay. They may ask, what is the optical phase difference? Optical phase difference. What is the optical phase difference? Optical phase difference is 2 pi by lambda into optical path difference. This is what how we can get. That is 2 pi by lambda into n minus 1 into x. Okay. So based on these concepts, we can solve the problem how to find the phase difference, or they may ask. So we'll take an example on the optical path length when there are two medium. Say this is what the first medium. Its refractive index is 1.5, means glass. So its thickness say 8 centimeter or meter. So here another medium is there, say it is liquid. Okay. They may ask what is the refractive index of this liquid, or they may ask you what kind of liquid it is. Okay. So it is having thickness 9. So what condition they will give? Both have they have their optical length, their optical path is same. Light is having the same optical path in both the medium. So if this is the case, we know that n1 x1 equals to n2 x2. What is n1 here? n1 is 1.5. So x1 is 8 equals to n2 is, we have to find out, that will take it as n. So x is what? X is 9. So x is 9, that is x2 is 9. So n equals to 1.5 divided by 9 into 8. So what you can get? You can get it as this is what, 4. 1 divided by, you can get it as 6 into 8. So that is 4 by 3. So 4 by 3 is the what? The refractive index of second medium. If they ask what is the nature or what kind of liquid it is, based on refractive index, refractive 4 by 3 means what? It is 1.33. That means it is nothing but what? It is nothing but water. Okay. So based on refractive index, we can identify the what kind of liquid it is also. Suppose you are having one medium. Okay. So what they will give, their optical path difference. Suppose the light travel from here to here. Here its wavelength is lambda. Okay. Here its wavelength is lambda. If their optical path difference, is equal to its wavelength lambda, then find the thickness. So how we can find the thickness? What they are given? Important, they are given their optical path difference. What is the optical path difference? If you take it as x, refractive index you can take it as n, they will give only. So what you can write? Optical path difference. Optical path difference is equals to n minus 1 into x. What they are saying? They are saying it is equals to wavelength lambda. So n minus 1 into x is equals to what? Lambda. So x equals to lambda divided by n minus 1. If we take another example, suppose you are having a medium whose refractive index is n and thickness is also given, that is x. Okay, but velocity is not given in this medium. Velocity is not given. What they will ask? They will ask the time taken to cross the given medium or glass slab, whatever. Okay. So in this case, how we can calculate? Time taken to, we can easily calculate what is the time is equals to distance divided by, so velocity of light. Okay. But velocity of light is not given. But for free space, this is constant, we can take it as. So distance is what? X divided by v. So time equals to x. How we can calculate v? We know that n is given. So we know that c equals to what? N equals to c divided by v. So v equals to what? C by n. So time equals to x divided by, in place of v you can write c by n. So time equals to n into x divided by c. So this is also we can directly get nx divided by c is what? Time taken to cross the given medium. Okay. So whatever we have discussed so far is just based on the refractive indices. Still we have not started phenomenon of refraction, when light travels from denser to rarer or rarer to denser, and most important laws of refraction. So all those things we will study in the next class.